Okay, this is December 6th. We are going to do, I think it's about test number 4, but I will try and cover everything that we've done so far. Send. AC config.txt. So, okay, that's looking good so far. And I am streaming. Okay, this is excellent. The throttle is somewhere in the 500 range. So what I'm going to do is crank on my throttle and see what my amps do. And I should actually have my ammeter hooked up. I'll put her on AC, connect up to that one. Oh, and I got a signal from my headset. Not sure what it's complaining about. No, it still seems to be okay. Sounded like it had just reconnected, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, apparently when I was repositioning the microphone, I hit mute. In any case, we are showing 0.1 amps, which is as low as it's going to go for me. And I'm going to crank the throttle. 508, 516. I got a little bit of jiggling happening on my my motor shaft. 37 amps. So I'll take her up to 55, which is where it normally. Okay, I took it a little higher than 55, so let's back off a teeny bit. Okay, we're at as close to 60 amps as I can get, and it's really tough for me to figure out where the amps are. Okay, well, it's sat between 58 and 60 amps for a while. Where our RPM is quite low. I'm going to turn up the amps a little bit. There we go. The problem is, as soon as I jiggle one of my connections and it comes loose, I'm going to get a fault on my throttle. Okay, so we're at 117, 119, 121 RPM. I can easily believe that. We're sticking around 58 to 59 amps, 59.1. So that's good. And now I am going to spin it backwards. I'm going to try and spin it backwards. I got 25, 34, 46, 53. Okay, now we're starting to spin backwards. 63 amps. So that's good. Oh, and I magically got to 0 somehow. Oh, and I'm in my deadband zone. So I didn't fault the controller or fault my throttle. I actually got it to where it needed to be. So the voltage across the motor is something that is moderately interesting, but not really interesting. Unfortunately, it's not something that I can change. The current is interesting, so I'm going to put this guy down to millivolts if I can find it. 2,000 millivolts, okay? And positive is going to be this side. So I am at a neutral position with my throttle, and I am going to start up the DC motor. So we're going to hit start on this thing. 150, 80, 60, 64, 61. So now my RPM is being logged, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm seeing here. I'm trying to find it. Well, there's something horribly wrong there. Let's do a check here. We're seeing 3,687, 3,690. So I should be seeing 3,600 here somewhere. And I don't. Encoder fix 64. Question mark. Data stream something or other. But I need data stream period. Okay, so my RPM, my mechanical speed is 3,802, 3,806. The electrical speed is just wonky. So what I'm going to do is put my regen on here, and hopefully it works for me. I've got 6 amps, 15 amps, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. My RPM is down to 3,200, 3,150, 60. My amps over here are at 57, 58, 61, 67. I'm down to 2,200 RPM and falling. I'm at 100 amps on my AC controller. I'm at 82 on my DC controller. It's going to bring her down. I'm at 95, 97, 100 amps. I'm showing 1,600 RPM, 125 amps on the AC. I'm going to go lower. 138, 140, 150. I'm at 118, 119 amps, 150. My temperature, I don't see where it is, but I'm actually not wanting to do this more than I have. 150 amps on the AC, 120 on the DC, and I think that's enough. And there we go. Transfer. And we are going to, oh, damn. And you'll never guess what I didn't do. After I put the config file into the controller, I didn't start the capture. So all that great data was not captured at all. Great. So I'm going to turn my AC controller back on. I'm going to go config and see that my raw throttle is at 440. So I will actually change that to 500 in preparation for another run. $470, another full turn gives me 500. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to shut off this meter. And we're going to go and take some temperatures, because the temperatures are something that I can record after that minor fiasco. So my cables are warm to the touch. I'm trying to figure out where I can focus on them and not get ambient temperature mixed in there. Okay, so this temperature on the aluminum is 63 degrees and it feels cool to the touch. I feel warm to the touch there. I don't know how to get it without my finger in the background. I've got maybe 70. Oh, the other thing that I was supposed to do is change to Celsius, because that's kind of what everybody uses when they're taking measurements. So we've got a ambient at about 16 degrees. The temperature on the cables, about 24. The temperature of the motor is still ambient, 14. The DC brushes, where they enter the motor, was the hot spot last time. I got about 33 degrees, 34 degrees. We'll do a quick check. Oh, I should shut this meter off. We'll do a quick check on the leads of the various battery cables. I've got a low of 12 and a high of 14 so far. This is the battery, or this is the terminal that was the highest before, and it is no longer the highest. Or was it that one? That one's 17 degrees. That one's 17 degrees. That follows back to the fuse, which is 14 and 12 and a half. So we don't seem to be overheating anything here. I don't think this actually works through the Lexan. So we'll try that. That's 13.9. We'll try over here on this fuse. We're looking at about 13.8, 14.4, 14.9. The AC terminals, where the AC wires leave, are 19, 18, and 18. And the contactor is 21 and, ooh, that's pretty high. I have a temperature of 46 degrees. That can't be focused. Okay, the reading that I'm getting on the so there must, I don't know how that works, because the terminal stuff behind it is 13 or 15 degrees, and this one's reading 41. Oh, the contactor's warm. Okay. So the contactor itself is warm, but not overly warm. The terminals are actually cold. Okay, and then we will take the cover off, the cat cover, as I call it, and get some numbers off of the heat sink, or heat spreader, I guess. Heat spreader is not hot to the touch. It's 25 degrees, 24. Yeah. This side we're getting about 25.1. And on the terminal we're at, come on, focus. That's actually not bad at all. Okay. Next time around, we'll try and get the temperatures on the controller a little earlier. That's nothing seems to have gone horribly awry with this.